Hello and welcome back to 100 Days of Sewing with Queenie Quilts. Welcome back to the studio. I've been out for about a week. I was teaching and then I was at a retreat and then I kind of just had a crazy week to catch up. Well, a couple days at the end of last week to catch up on. But I feel like I'm actually kind of getting to the right place now. So I got this finished. So this is Wind Spinner. It's not out yet. It's a new pattern. So it's by Judy Niemeyer. And I'll be teaching it beginning in the fall, but I did get the sample finish, which is pretty much the first step for me before I can actually get classes official and photographs and all those things done. I did pick up a bunch of stuff from the quilter, so I picked up this, which is a really, it's been kind of languishing for a while. This is just a simple, it's a Bonnie Hunter pattern. It's the Quick Trip, I think it's called. The only difference is that mine are all leftover 2.5-inch strips as opposed to 2-inch. This is one of her free patterns on her website, so go check it out. She has lots of great free stuff out there. So anyway, and I just did it 4x5, so it's not huge. It's really to be in the cars. We have this really bad habit of going to the beach or going somewhere and not having a blanket to sit on. So this is, there are actually 3 or 4 of them now. So hopefully each car should now have one. I can't promise they'll be available or in the car when you get there, but they each should have one. So I did go ahead and get it bound, and I just used something out of stash. So, and this is all just basically leftover. So it's got all kinds of colors in it. It's got, you know, you can tell this was a baby quilt at some point, a girl's baby quilt. This is my brother. I think this is my brother's wedding ring quilt leftover pieces. So yeah, I just kind of collected them and then just kind of used them all together. So nothing exciting. I did get my peacock back from the quilter, so I ended up putting this 108-inch wide back, which you probably have seen before. I've used this one a couple of times. And I did end up putting, I wasn't going to show it. I was just going to, but I ended up putting kind of a teal, a dark, super dark teal polka dot, and then this purple and dark teal that's from Hoffman. It's a couple of years old. It is, or it was in the Fire Island Hosta Queen. So that's probably what, 6 years ago that came out. So I am using things from the stash, so which is always exciting. So I got those picked up. I also picked up a very large, I don't have it here. It's actually sitting waiting for binding. So that's just 2 fabrics. That's just a coverlet to go to a friend's house. So I did pick those, all of those up from the quilter at the same time. I got this one already bound. I have made the binding for this one, and I have made the binding for the big giant. It's just one color on the front and one color on the back. So I'll show those again when I get those done, hopefully in the next day or so. So that's kind of my plan. The next couple of days is really to focus on getting projects finished and out of the house. Beyond that, I am teaching later this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so I probably won't be around. I don't know if I'll do videos or not. I would like to do some in-class videos and do some stuff like that, but we'll see. For tomorrow, we have our fabric preparation for Prism, and then Wednesday we have New Block Wednesday. So it's a pretty busy schedule for that for this week. So yeah, so stay tuned for those. In the meantime, yeah, it's finally cool enough to be back in the studio. I sewed all morning and then took a break in the afternoon. It just really kind of, it's just hot end of the day. And with the iron going in here, we can't, because of the way the circuits are set up in the house, we can't run the iron and the wall air conditioner, and it's really just too hot to be in here without the AC on. So I've been kind of splitting up my sewing early morning and then late at night, and spending the afternoon hours with the air conditioner on, either cleaning the house or doing all the other things you have to do when you have, you know, a house to take care of. If we could just all sew all day long, it would be great, right? But we can't. So Gotta be an adult, that responsibility thing. Anyway, so that's kind of where we are. I'll see you back here tomorrow for Prism. In the meantime, I hope everybody has a great night and gets to on binding, because that's my favorite part of quilting. I heard this weekend that it's not everyone's favorite. I don't know what happened there. Those people just don't get it. It's literally my favorite part. And I was at retreat and it was everybody's least favorite part. And I just can't imagine that. So anyway, so send me all your bindings if you need me to do them, because it's like my favorite. I can just sit and binge watch Netflix. And so that's like a perfect evening. Anyway, all right, one other update, and that is about the challenge for August. So August challenge was to use 30 yards of fabric from my stash. And as of today, I'm at 13 and a half, and it is the 16th. So I'm 3 yards behind. So I gotta do something about that. So I've used so far, pretty much primarily backings. 4 yards for the peacock backing, 3 yards for the charity tops that I did last week. I also need to work on those for a little bit. A half a yard for binding here. And then 6 yards for the backing for this bad boy. So that's kind of where we are with that. I really need to get, number one, 16 yards, actually 16 and a half yards used to meet my 30-yard goal for August. I need to make some more of those little quilts. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but these little guys that are just like a scrap quilt that I'm making with a friend of mine for her 60th birthday. We're doing a bunch of these. She wants to give 60 to the hospital. So I'm volunteered to do a bunch of tops and make some backs. So, and then she's gonna quilt them. So I need to get those done. Yeah, there's just a lot of things to do. So I'm gonna go get to it, since it's cooled down in the studio now and is ready to get back to work. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you have a great one.